Welcome, everybody, to my first episode of Small Shop Talk. I am Sabrina Gomez, a big supporter of shopping locally. And if you know me, I'm at a market almost every other weekend. That's where I like to spend my dinero. So I wanted to create this show to shout out some of the Houston small businesses around here and to get to know them, about their product, and a little about their story and background. So I hope you can stick with me and subscribe to my channel for more episodes to come. Now, let's get started. Hi, so I would like to introduce my first ever guest. She is a good old friend of mine. She is the co-owner of the Good Vibes Market and owner of 4M Juicery, Miranda.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
I'm excited you're here. And I'm excited you're my first guest because we used to be so close.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still close, but we kind of went different paths. And
yeah.
everything. So I know we bumped into each other, but have you been
I've been good, the same as everybody, just trying to do the best within this pandemic and do the best we can mentally and just staying active, doing what's best for us. But, I did have Corona this past January for 3 weeks. So I'm just trying to get back to my routine.
For 3 weeks?
Yeah, I had it for 3 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy, but I'm just trying to get back to my routine, like you said, for my market business and then my juicery. That's when I realized it wasn't really my passion anymore for
the juicery.
Yeah, but I always wanted to help other people some type of way. So I feel like transitioning to doing a market and with working with small business owners, they could really help other people.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, yeah. So what made you start the juicery in the first place? Because that was your first business before the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what were you doing before? And what made you make that decision?
So I got certified as a health coach in 2017. So I guess it was 2 years after I graduated, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it. So I want to say between 2017 and 2019, I was dabbling. I volunteered in hospital work, seeing if I wanted to work in a hospital, because I always thought I wanted to be a nutritionist or a dietitian. So I went into the route of the health coach. And so with the health coaching, whenever I did the program, I started taking one-on-one clients, talking with them, making meal preps and then juices. And then I want to say in 2019 is when it kind of transitioned to just juices, because in 2019, I had this transition of my best friend who passed away. So it took a toll on me just mentally, and I wasn't motivated to do anything. So I just stopped. And so it took me 4 months to get back to where I was, because, I always had that in my mind, he would have wanted me to keep going to do what's best for me and for other people. So I took a step back and I was you know what, I'm going to get back into it, but I want to focus on one thing. So what I really loved and what really changed my life is juicing. And so that's what helped me lose 40 pounds within 3 to 4 months. So just, it wasn't intentional, but family, friends, they're what are you doing? What you losing all this weight? Are you even eating?
Yeah.
And so
they always when they see you losing weight,
yeah, you're are you okay?
Are you okay? Yeah, especially Hispanic families.
Yeah.
They just want to feed you and feed you.
Yeah. So they thought I wasn't eating. But so for the juicing, I think it lasted until this past year in January. So I don't know, that's 2017, about 4 to 5 years, you want to say. And so with the juicing, it just took off from there. But then just slowly, I started losing passion for it, and I just hated doing it. I would do it whenever I would need to, or when people would ask, But at the same time, I did quit my job last year in March, and I was doing the juicing business full time. So I was doing markets and just doing orders. So based off of that, I was just doing juicing.
Wow. To me, that's very inspiring because like just doing that, full time, like it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's something you wanted to do, but like you said, you were kind of like losing interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like it's taking you somewhere else, which we'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah.
But I know, like seeing you, because I didn't even know you had your own business. I went to the market and then I just saw you. I was like, what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm.
Oh yeah, because I gave you a juice.
Yeah, you gave me a juice, and I was like, what, Miranda? You have your own business? I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like in my heart, like I was just very proud of you, honestly, because I know like it's hard to start a business, just like knowing what to do. So I know you talked about a little bit of the challenges, but what were like some challenges to get started, like to promote, like getting Forum Juicery out there?
It really helped a lot with the markets and just people shouting me out, word of mouth a lot. Because I do want to say I have like over almost 2,000 people on my
The
Instagram. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't think.
Okay.
And then on TikTok is where it really blew up. I have like 12,000 followers.
What?
Yeah, so
I didn't even know. I need to go to your TikTok. I need to follow.
You're
guys.
fine.
Follow her TikTok.
Yeah, I have. It's just called Miranda, the entrepreneur. Sorry, I just changed it because like I said, I'm rebranding, trying to find a different way to put out like my market instead of the juicery part, because it was called Forum Juicery before. So yeah, my TikTok kind of blew up, and I was kind of scared because people all over the place were trying to reach out to me, trying to get my juices, but from different parts of the country and different parts of America. So it's like at one point I was trying to research how to preserve my juices longer and how to actually ship out all the juices. So I want to say like for a couple of months I was dabbling in between to like ship out my juices.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like,
yeah.
But I know like there's a lot extra like work into that because it's like, you have to be fresh and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's like, man, if other people are like from across the world know about your business, that's like something. So.
Yeah, it was scary, but it was nice to know people from California, from Florida. I was like, don't y'all have juice places around y'all? But y'all reaching out to me?
A juice bar somewhere?
Yeah, especially in Cali. Like, I would think so, but.
Cali probably has like tons.
Yeah, I feel like if people, they see like your connection with them, they're like, oh, she's not perfect. Like, she lost all that weight. And so I guess people just want to relate to the people who they're buying from. So
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like the most successful people like are relatable and like like they can connect with their customers basically.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I feel like maybe that's a lot what you do, and I see your content on like Instagram and stuff, and like you do talking videos, and not a lot of businesses do that.
I feel like it's important for people, for you to show your face, for you to show your personality, because if people don't trust you, they're not going to buy your products. So, yeah. That's how I think of it. Because I'm like, whenever I buy something, I look at the backstory or like what type of person they are. So, that's how I look at it.
Because it's like, you're buying their products, so you're supporting the product, but you're also supporting them. So you can like, see who you're,
Exactly. So, that's why I like markets. And that's why I wanted to get into helping other people, because I started to really love being out there, because I would do it by myself. I wouldn't have any help usually. Like, I would set up everything. I would make all my products, and it would be like 40, 50 juices. And sometimes I'll only get like 3 to 4 hours of sleep before. So, and at the same time, whenever I did have a job before, which was at HEB. I worked for 3 years there for curbside. So, and especially during the pandemic, it was a lot.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Curbside.
Yeah. So sometimes I would be working overnight or like 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then go back home, go start juicing, go deliver, and then maybe do a market the next day. So it was just a lot.
It was just a lot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we talked about Forum Juicery, and then, she's transitioning. So sorry, guys, you won't be able to try her juices anymore.
No, it's fine.
But I do want to talk about your market, the Good Vibes Market. I know you just started like last fall, I would say, or winter.
Yeah, we kind of got it together. I want to say November. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us about it. I know you are co-hosting it with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I brought the idea to him. I originally was going to do it with my best friend, but there was just like a falling out and just things didn't happen. But yeah, I brought the idea to him and he was like, I'll help you, I'll support you. And so honestly, if it wasn't for him, like he gave me like that big push in finding our first location.
Kind of giving you that yes.
Yeah.
Like, you were like questioning it still.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yes. Like,
yeah, I was like, okay, well now there's no going back.
Yeah, that's it. That's good. Like, you need that. So.
Yeah. I really, I want to say, like I said, I always love talking to people, meeting with people. So I know other small business owners, they love doing that and just being out there because most of the time that's what their number one promoting is, like meeting with the people, talking one-on-one. So with the market, it's just we wanted to try to find a way to help other small business owners. So we are looking for like different locations. We have like 3 locations now. One's in Webster, one's in Pearland, another is in Houston. So it's like, yeah.
That's like a big deal for starting out usually too.
Yeah.
First time market, it's just like they do it for like maybe a couple months. Yeah. And then like you're boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all like, wow.
Yeah, we have dates until May. So it's like 3 different dates. But the first market didn't go so well, but we had a lot of good feedback. But it was because of the weather.
So I know that's a big struggle for markets too. It's like if it's windy, there's a lot of vendors who do like glass work or something. Like, mugs or like So that can damage product, or if it's raining, it's just like I know. Yeah, that's a struggle. Weather, especially in Houston. Like.
I know. I just felt so bad the first time. We did have a candle person. Like her products, I did get to buy a candle from her before, but her candles like went all over the floor. There was glass everywhere. And it was just really windy that day. We should have canceled, but there was a lot of vendors, they wanted to be there already as is and try. So we were like, okay. So whoever wanted to stay, we did only do it until like 3 p.m. It was supposed to be until 5.
I remember because I was going to try to make it actually.
I remember you messaged me.
I was like, is it still going on? And then I saw, I was like, oh, I got to like close it open.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry. But,
there were so many people because when we were picking up, like because we got a broom and like we're cleaning stuff up.
Yeah.
And so there were still people coming by and they're like, where's the market at? Like I saw the sign. I was looking at your story, but I saw that y'all left and I was like, oh my gosh, well thank you for still
trying to stop.
I was like, I feel bad because y'all drove all the way over here, but it was just a lot that day, but I know like people were like, oh, they were so nice, like with helping. Like I was actually supposed to have a tent, but it literally hit my car, broke the leg off, and then scraped my car. Luckily, my door was open because if my door wasn't open, it would have bashed into my window and broke it.
Oh my god!
But so and I was trying to sell my juices that day, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna focus on
I'm
not gonna focus on my juices because like I just want to focus on other people helping them because their tents were flying, and I was like, you know what? Don't even put your tents up. Go against the building so the wind's coming this way, and try to sell your product still if you really want to stay here.
Yeah.
But for most of the part, we did have a lot of rollovers, and which is like we give them a credit, like a free space.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
yeah.
Next one. Okay.
Yeah, for like a different date that they want to pick, but I just wasn't gonna give them their money back, you know.
Because it was like the weather's out of your control. You know what I mean? Like, they know that. I mean, it's a choice, that each person has to make. So
yeah, it's hard. You can't really tell with the weather, or sometimes it can be a slow day. So that's why we came out with actually having a reward system. So every 3 times that they get an event with us or pay for an event, they get their 4th spot for free.
Ooh.
Yeah. So because I know how hard it can be. Like it cannot be a good sales day. You don't get your money back, or it's just bad weather.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to find a way to give back and tell our vendors that we appreciate them.
Yeah. No, it is because my best friend, she actually does markets too. So sometimes it's difficult for her just to pay for the spot for the market. You know what I mean? So she doesn't have the opportunity to do it every weekend sometimes. But the reward system, like, I have never heard of that. So, like,
Mhm.
if they just keep, like, the fourth one is free, that's really cool. So I need to tell her about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so.
Like, we usually do, like, a lot of promotions. Like, we're doing a Mother's Day one, and we're giving mothers $10 off if they're a mother. Okay. So it's just different things here and there we try to think of.
Do dog moms count?
Oh, I don't know. I gotta ask my partner. I want to say yes.
You want to say yes?
I want to say yes, but my partner, like, he's gonna be like, no.
No. That's a little too much.
Yeah.
I get it. It's business, guys, okay? All right, so I'm excited to go. It's this Saturday, right? Your next market.
Our next market. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I'm gonna stop by. I think I'm making plans too.
Okay, yeah.
I'm really excited.
I'm excited too. Hopefully all goes well. It's supposed to be a little bit cold, but other than that,
just bring a jacket.
Yeah.
Just bring a jacket.
Yeah. We're gonna have like a coffee truck, like I said. So
that's my coffee this morning. I'm like thinking of coffee.
I've been wanting to try their coffee. So it's gonna be a coffee truck, tortas there, and then gorditas, my bad. And then yeah. And then I don't know, we just have like a lot of boutiques and different vendors, like, I don't know, from metaphysical items, from people who make crystals and all that, but it's just different, and I appreciate all them for like just being there for like these past few markets. I do know some of them personally because of me doing a market this whole past year. So
got you. Yeah, you make friends, like, yeah. But even like, I'm not like a vendor. I mean, I help my friend, but like the big reason I love markets is because of talking to people, like talking to you guys, like the vendors. You know what I mean? Because you are just so friendly and just like welcoming, And I mean, I don't push anything, It's just like, I think you want your customers to love your product. You know what I mean? To naturally, like, just, it's your choice. Yeah. So I just love talking to y'all guys. Yeah. That's my favorite part. Just walking around and be like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
That's just like spark up conversation. And
like, even if you don't buy anything, like, we just love talking to people.
Yeah. And like, I like even if I don't buy anything, I take their card. Like, if I'm like really interested in what they're selling, and I like give them a follow, or like, I save them. So like maybe later I want to buy something, what I mean? So I love going to markets, and this is why I'm having the show and like everything. So
yeah, I'm glad to be here. If you don't mind me asking, what does your friend sell?
She sells art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like she does canvases and digital art. And she has like stickers and prints as well.
I think I followed her on my Farm Juicery page, but I forgot what her brand.
Bendician.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes.
Is there like
sorry,
a background as to no you
I just watching you got my name wrong.
Is there like a backstory? Because I know a lot of vendors, like, they have backstories as to how they started or why they got started.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna have her on the show, I think 2 weeks from now. But she just started doing art because it's like her therapy in a way.
Oh, okay.
So, but just her art's very different. It's like very like Hispanic woman, like, you know what I mean? It's that's like, it's just like her therapy, like whatever she's feeling, it's like she can just draw it, So,
okay.
and like that's how she expresses herself. So
yeah, that's nice. Maybe I'll, if she doesn't contact me, I'll contact her.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I push her to do the markets too. So like,
it's really good, especially if you're like just starting out. Like, it's a good way to get like a more following. Yeah. So I really recommend it.
Perfect. All right. So what are some of like your goals for the future for this market, or like just in general as like a business owner, an entrepreneur? Where do you want to take this?
I want to say, I want to at least do it, have probably every weekend if I can, if it's not like a special occasion. But just to help as many people as we can at the same time too. But because it's not really, it just started. So, and we haven't really tried our first other 2 locations yet. It just happened. So I just hope everything goes well. So I want to say some of my goal is hopefully all the locations work out. Yeah. And I want to say maybe just being more stable as for all the locations as well. So just hopefully everything works out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like there's always going to be setbacks. There's always going to be downfalls. Like it's always like a learning experience at the same time. So
it is a learning experience. But you're becoming like this coordinator, you know. So you're just like, okay. And honestly, but I could see you doing it like for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always gonna be market. There's always gonna be business owners. You know what I mean? Trying to sell. So, yeah.
I'm hoping for later on down the road, like we'll get our own property where we will have like our own markets where we don't have to ask people for permission. You know, it'll be our own property. So,
wow.
Yeah. So hopefully maybe in a year and a half, you know, you never know, save our money. But me and my boyfriend, we have like high expectations. Like we're both goal getters.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know. Without him, like I'm just happy that I have him by my side throughout everything. I didn't think that, you know, 3 years down the road, like we'll have our own business together.
Yeah.
It just sort of happened, but yeah.
I'm glad you have each other.
Yeah.
So if you could tell everybody where to find you at, like all your social medias and even like the vendors, like if they want to, you know, sign up for the market.
Okay.
You can look at that camera right there.
Oh, okay. So you can find us at Good Vibes Market on Instagram, Facebook, and then for now, if you want to follow my TikTok, it's Miranda the Entrepreneur. I'm probably gonna change it to Good Vibes Market pretty soon.
Gotcha. Yeah. Good Vibes Market,
yeah. But y'all can also follow me at Forum Juicery if you want to. I am in the process of probably gonna do a different business down the road too as well, but as for now, my main focus is Good Vibes Market. So y'all can follow me on all those platforms.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being
here.
Yeah,
thank you for having me.
I just, you know, pray for many blessings on your way.
You as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
Oh yes, we both have. I mean, like we were best friends when we were young, guys. So like
we're neighbors.
We're neighbors. We're like this close, so it's just like now, and now we need to hang out. Soon. Like actually working out.
I know. Yeah.
But I know we're just busy. Maybe in the summer because I'll be done with school, and then you'll probably be calm.
Yeah, I'll know more of my schedule is because it's kind of everywhere right now.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah.
But we did it, guys. Thank you for watching this first episode of Small Shop Talk. I'm so sorry. I'm like getting used to my name. But I want to say thank you to John. He's behind the scenes. I appreciate him very much. If you want to continue watching more episodes, please subscribe to my channel. And I think that's it.
Okay.
Hashtag support small shops and hashtag see you later. Bye.
Bye, everyone.